Hello my lovies, welcome back to the madness. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm just on my drive home, waiting at a red light, chilling, and I have thoughts to share with you guys. As you can more likely tell from the title, I'd like to have a conversation with you from a micro influencer point of view to a consumer as well. So excuse me, if you guys don't like these kind of videos, X out. There's no reason to thumbs them down. That's just being a hater and just being rude, and it's just, I'm really tired of seeing like all these thumbs down for no reason. There's no reason, because I never thumbs down a video ever, and it's just let my frustrations out, because I've been a creator for a long time, so it's just dumb. So just X out. This is not your video, sweetheart. It's okay. I totally feel you. You do not have to watch me. You don't even have to like me. So then you can just go to the next video or go to someone else's channel, which I'm cool with, guys. Trust me, I'm not here to be appeasing to, you know, people that don't like me. It is what it is. Oh my god, this evening sun. So I want to have a conversation with you guys about kind of like the stuff that's going on. I know you guys, if you're on my channel, you're here to watch beauty, or you're here to just watch a girl talk, one of the two, or you just like fluffy girls with an attitude. There's a lot of drama going on, and I know us as YouTubers, and even myself, we all, for the most part, not saying all of you, but for the most part, most of us follow massive influencers, influencers that have millions and millions and millions of subscribers, like all the Jaclyn Hill, Jeffree Star, Tati, Westbrook, Larla, and all that. The only one I actually follow that's a massive influencer as far as beauty goes, like in the millions, besides Nikki Tutorials, we're not counting her at this point, I'm not at least, is Jaclyn Hill, and at this point I really don't know what to say. But I don't follow anyone else. I'm gonna throw it out there for you guys if you didn't already know. I have no hate. I'm just like, you be successful on your own, whatever. As soon as you rise, you'll probably fall, and it's just none of my business. So I am sure you guys are very well aware of all this ridiculous drama that's happening, and at the same time, it's not really ridiculous, but people are reaching and they're searching and they're finding, and people are reasonably upset. I will never tell anyone they should not be upset. I will never tell anyone that they should just forgive someone because they apologize, because no bitch, I'm not that one. I'm probably one of the most stubborn people you'll come across. So how do I look telling someone that I have no business, one, accepting an apology from, or in a sense, to tell them, oh, you guys are being too harsh, you guys should just forgive because they apologize? No, sweetheart, I'm not that kind of pooch. I'm just not. It's all up to you as an individual to choose to forgive someone. I will never judge anyone for not buying, let's say, Jeffree Star products anymore, for not supporting this person, because I don't. That is my personal opinion. And before anyone jumps on the comments talking about, there's always one, I don't know what the drama is. Why don't you buy from JS or from whomever? And sweetheart, just Google it. I don't have that energy to sit there and explain it to you, because I feel like people that do that are like gaslighting or trying to start some shit. That's just me. So we're not going to talk about why I don't support, let's say, Jeffree Star, ManuMUA, or Laura Lee. I don't support any of them, and I have not for any years. Well, Jeffree Star did for a while, and you guys kind of, if you've been in my channel long, you know I just don't buy his products anymore, even though I loved his lipsticks and all that stuff, and I still have his products, but I don't promote them or support them, like to buy more. I just don't do that. So that's just my personal choice. I didn't like his behavior as a brand. I feel like, I guess you have to uphold yourself to a certain standard. I just chose to. So that's the end of that. And the reason why I'm doing this car vlog is because I'm just gonna spill it. So anyway, as I'm getting to this is my response to Marlena's video. Marlena from MakeupGeek. She is the CEO, the owner of MakeupGeek. Marlena started off as a YouTuber, which I watched for about 8 years. I think she's been on for like 10 or 11 years, and I remember watching her smoky eye. I think it was like 8 years ago or 7 years ago, something like that. And I just loved her. She was personable. She kind of
look like me. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's chunky in the face, and I just thought she was just a fit girl, but with just a fluffy face. And I just liked her face structure. Her eyes are very similar to mine. I like how she spoke. I love how she explained things. And me being a freelancer, it was always nice because it's like, okay, that's how I explain things. Oh, great, I'm in traffic. Great, that's how I explain things. You know, I hope I'm, you know, being understanding. And I would go to her to kind of reference some things, look up MAC products, etc., etc. So Marlena came out with a video, I want to say it was last night. Yeah, it was last night, I didn't sleep. And she pretty much aired out her truth. And I wholeheartedly agree with what she said. We're just going to nip that in the butt 5 minutes into the video. I wholeheartedly agree with what she said. I can see what her experience was. I didn't take it as every big YouTuber or even semi-big YouTuber is asking for $60,000 per video. I took it as that was her experience with maybe one or two, and she gave the highest number that she's been offered, of course, just to make a point and an impact. Do I feel that this was directed to every influencer, even if they have 1 million, 2 million, or 3 million subscribers? No, I don't think that that's the case. I took that as that was her experience, and that she wasn't bashing or trying to demean anyone or put out anyone specifically, because she didn't say any names. That was my opinion. Now, I also watch, I call her Triple S Sam. It's Samantha. I don't want to say her last name because I will butcher it. And I don't think she doesn't watch. I'm nobody to nobody, really. I ain't shit to these influencers. Anybody. No one watches my channel except for you. Like, nobody big. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jack Nicole is gonna be like, oh my god, let me watch EBMUA's channel. Like, not gonna happen. So Sam, I doubt would ever see this, and Marlena will never see this. So, but I wanted to give you guys my thoughts because I've always kept it real. I've always been an influencer that is just not like, or not an influencer. I'm just a YouTuber that just doesn't really. You don't see me get a whole bunch of product, if at all any. I'm on like CoverGirl's PR list. I haven't been the nicest to CoverGirl. I'm very brutally honest. I try to be as professional as possible, even though I curse. Let's just put it like that. Like, I'm not trying to be a shithead or anything about it. I've never bashed a company when I've emailed them and reached out to see if they're able to add anyone new to the PR, if they would consider me. And yes, I have shamelessly tried to plug myself, and I will never regret that. I will never regret that, because that's how you learn, like, what your approach should be. Anyway, I was getting to that. I watched Sam, call her Triple S Sam. I've watched her for many years, actually, and I always love her outlook and her take no bullshit, you know, demeanor and all that. And yesterday she responded to Marlena's video, and she laid it out how she saw it. And do I think she was rough? I do. I think she was really, really rough, because I would assume that she's been in contact and knows how someone speaks, knows kind of like someone's tone more so than we would know. And I know that she's had conversations maybe with Marlena or maybe with her team. Now, it was all on Twitter. She did respond on YouTube. I only got to see the screenshots of it because I think it was deleted. I don't know if it was by Sam or by Marlena. It's cool nonetheless. Do I think she was harsh? Yes, but some of the points that she put out were, like, in a sense, constructive for a reason. It was criticism, but it was constructive. It was like, look, people are going to take it that you mean all influencers are like that. We want to make sure that we're not doing this, that, and third. Do I feel like maybe kind of calling her out on how much do you make, like, type in that sense? It was like uncalled for, because it's nobody's business at the end of the day, and she didn't blast anyone personally. But I can see that Samantha was talking about like her frustration with what she saw, and she just wanted to be like, hey, well, since we doing this, then let me tell you how I feel. And that was fine. I loved how they kind of went at it, but they responded to each other on Twitter. Sam tagged Marlena on Twitter, and Marlena responded back. And I guess from a tweet with Sam, they spoke. They don't have to agree, but they were so respectful to one another. And that is what I want to talk about. Can we do this as a whole? Can we do this as subscribers? Can we do this as
as YouTubers and influencers from one another, from one end of the spectrum to another, there should be no reason why people should be intimidated to talk to anyone, why people should be disrespectful to anyone else, and just blatantly fucking mean. Because I see some messages that people send me on my YouTube, like they'll go in, and because I think you can still message through YouTube, because I'll get an email and it shows me these messages, and I'm like, that is disgusting. I will never talk to anyone that way unless it's in their face. Ever. And I feel like how Sam and Marlena handled it, because clearly Samantha had an opinion and Marlena had an experience and her opinions, and Sam has had many experiences as well from from both spectrums. You have an influencer, and then you have an influencer / now CEO of her company. So it's kind of awkward, because you're like, oh, what the fuck's going on? But it's like, why can't we handle these situations rather than going on Snapchat and be like, Team Petty? Like, we don't have time for that. Like, can we be grown about it? Can we acknowledge ourselves from our own beings? Like, can we acknowledge that we fucked up? Can we acknowledge that maybe I shouldn't have said that on Twitter? I don't want to apologize to my fans. I want to apologize to who I directly affected. It has nothing to do with, I want to apologize to my fans first. No, fuck that. I want to apologize to whoever I affected. If I was talking shit to a particular person online, and I genuinely felt bad for what I said, because I'm like, wow, what the hell were you doing, Evie? How can you respond to someone like that? How would you feel? And until you feel like you're wrong, you can't be truly sorry. I'm gonna be real honest. Like, I'm sorry you felt that way. It's not a fucking apology, by the way. Just throwing that out there. But I just loved how Sam and Marlena, and I wanted to discuss it, and that's why I'm reacting to it. I loved how they both were back and forth on Twitter, but in a respectful manner, and then they spoke. So they kind of showed us, the audience, that they can have a conversation without name calling, bashing, blocking, memeing it up, even though I'm all about memes. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I am. If I can respond in memes in real life, I would. But it was just so refreshing to see how people should be. Like, why are we sensationalizing? Is that a word? Yeah. Why are we sensationalizing behaving badly from all spectrums, whether it be a business standpoint or like we are overhyping drama. We want the drama. We feed for the drama. We want to call out everybody. That's not okay. Like, call someone out for something you actually saw or you actually found. When people are reaching and looking, it just adds more negativity to the negativity. You know what you need to do as a consumer and as a subscriber and even as an influencer, and I'm talking to everyone, including myself. Talk with your money. Talk with your appropriate voice. Talk with your voice of reason is what I mean. I can tell maybe Tati. I remember that whole issue with her making the video with JS and kind of her response to it. I commented, I think it was the first time I've ever commented negatively, how I would see negatively in someone's video. And it was, I told her, I was like, I'm just disappointed in your reaction because I feel like you took one whole side, and that's okay, but I will not be supporting you. And I was not nasty about it at all. I was upset because I was like, damn, I looked up to her, what the fuck. Just the response. To me, what you say or don't say speaks louder, like your actions speak louder than words in a sense, but still what you say or choose not to say and how you respond, all that goes into a package, and I'm going to base my judgments on that. Now, am I going to be like, all the time? No. No. When I stopped supporting JS is for Jeffree Star. I'm just kidding. When I stopped supporting JS, it was more like I said I was going to still buy his products until I felt the need to not buy his products anymore, and I was uncomfortable at one point buying his products, so I stopped buying his products. That's it. That's it. I have never ripped anyone to shreds for having promoted his lipsticks, for going in using his products and then tagging them, or for telling me, oh my god, my favorite lipstick is this. I have never, not once. I have people comment sometimes or even message me like, hey, can you review the new Jeffree Star collection, or the new Laura Lee collection, or the new Manny? And I'm over here like, I don't really want to respond because there's no reason to, and I feel bad because I want to interact with you guys, but I don't want to be taken out of context when all I really want to say is I don't support the brand, so I will not be buying it. But that can still be taken out of context. Maybe I should just respond, because respectfully, so if I see the message, I feel really, really guilty for not responding. And I'm sorry if I'm loud. I'm still having hearing issues, and I'm in a car. So but that's really what I wanted to touch base on. Like, we as a whole community, and mind you, this dramatics, all this greed and all this BS runs with everything, whether it be to cars, to hospitals, to nursing facilities, to food chains, to makeup, to everything, banking. Everything is gross competition. When I tell you, it's rough. Like, the only ones that are in the spotlight really is the beauty community that we can see every day. We're the only ones that call, like, the beauty community is so ugly. We call each other out on the dumbest shit sometimes, and then we just sitting there and like eating shit like no, nothing happened, and then still supporting certain people. And it's like, hey, talk with your money. Talk with your money. I'm a big thing about that. I'm like, look, I just choose not to support it. Are there pretty things from certain collections that I'm like, ooh, yeah, but then I'm like, no, there's another brand out there that I could buy from. That's it. I just don't, and I've chosen not to badmouth things. Like, if I do my what I'm not gonna buy, I'm just gonna talk about why the fuck I'm not gonna buy it. And if I'm annoyed at what the product is or what it looks like, I'm gonna say why. It's nothing personal towards the brand itself. And if it is, I'll be like, well, I'm choosing not to support it, and that's why I'm not buying it. Then that's it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna sit there and like badmouth these influencers that have come up quickly and shown their face. And they've been, let me tell you guys, these influencers have been showing their ass to you this whole time. It's what you chose to see. It's what you chose to see, because I'm no better. Crap. One of my lights came on. I'm no better. We've all done it to an extent, like, oh, well, I don't really know the full story, and I'm not going to look into it. That's a choice I made. And then I looked into it, and I was like, oh. And then I saw for myself, and then I was like, not doing it. So I'm going to tell you, some of these influencers, and you know, let's be realistic. Let's sit down, let's talk, let's chit chat. Some of these influencers have been showing their ass to you guys and us this whole time. Even when they were coming up on the coattails of others. I saw a lot of people, for the true person that they were, I was like, but I don't know them in real life, so I can't really base a judgment. But she's sitting right back there in that file cabinet taking notes. Because I'm like, when something comes out, it's going to be like, but there's no reason for anything. I just choose not to support these things, like the products and stuff like that, or people. Like, I just don't care to. Now, I just appreciate Marlena for coming out and saying something, and I felt like she was saying also, like, you know, she's been struggling as a brand and she knows it, and then she's like, but I also didn't want to, in other words, pay X, Y, and Z to someone that isn't going to give me my return back, that I don't really like their response to how much I should be paying them. And that's her right as a company, just like it's their right to request X, Y, and Z. I don't think she was saying that there was anything wrong with that. What she was saying is that, why? Like, what's the reasoning behind that? And like, a lot of high-end businesses, probably like L'Oreal and all these fucking bougie ass companies, are probably like, these influencers aren't giving us money like that. Like, we'll just send the product to smaller influencers, which I am a small influencer. And look, I'll shamelessly plug myself until I freaking feel like it. But I'm not gonna be, I'll try not to be annoying. But like, I can understand where Marlena was coming from. I appreciate her for it more, for coming out and just saying her truth.
It doesn't necessarily mean that every brand thinks that way and that every influencer is that way. And if that's what you took from it, then you really live in a very small bubble. And that's not to insult you, but it's like, open your eyes. There is huge influencers out there that are like top influencers that companies like, I'm gonna go for them, I'm gonna go for them, I'm gonna go for them, and I'm gonna go for them, and then we'll reach out. Let's be honest, it's business at the end of the day. But there are still a lot of influencers that aren't even up there that are still very cocky, very nasty, and very rude. And I've had experiences with small influencers and little conversations of them saying, oh my god, this brand reached out and they're freaking disgusting, their products suck, I can't believe that one, they didn't even want to send me product. I'm like, have you tried their products? I tried like one thing or two things, but they're just freaking disgusting. Okay, so you're upset, and it comes off that way. People get upset because a brand will not add them to a PR list, or because they won't send them shit, or because they won't even give them a coupon code. And I'm like, bitch, stop. If you're doing it for that, you're in it for like the wrong reason. Because if that's the case, I'm bitter fucking Betty at this point. Because I've seen people come up, and I'm gonna be real, Manny MUA came up in like 3 months, and I'm like, what did he do? What did he do? He got one good repost. And yes, call me hate, I don't care. Call me whatever you want. But let's be honest, he got reposted, he got lucky. And then he rode on whatever coattail he wanted to and got up there. And I'm gonna be real honest, and that's my truth, that's my tea, and that's how I saw it. But do I knock him for it? No. Do you, boo? As quickly as you rise, you may fall if you will have the wrong character. And that's just my opinion. And that's just what it is. I don't have hatred for anyone. I don't wish anyone's, like, burn, downfall. You know, like, I don't. It's whatever's going to happen is going to happen. If I'm meant to have more than 25,000 subscribers, then let it be. If I'm meant to be working with companies and maybe create a lipstick for you guys, or maybe create an eyeshadow palette, like I would love to so bad, then let it be. Then it's in the cards. I'm gonna always continue to do YouTube because this is my 6th year. I absolutely love it. I hate editing though, let's be honest here. I freaking hate editing. But I love filming. Even my family notices that my energy changes completely when I get behind the camera and I'm talking to you guys about beauty products. There's a lot of editing that happens because I curse a lot. You know, I get excited and I'm always dicking around behind the camera. But as I'm driving, I can't edit this. This is what you're getting. Getting like 20-something minutes of me just rambling about my feelings and like my truth. Let's be honest, my opinion in a sense. And everyone's entitled to it. And I know you guys see it. I know you guys see all this crazy mumbo jumbo, and it's actually draining, and it makes me sad because I remember watching Marlena and Sam, and I still watch them. I do. And watching like Emily Noel, like there's so many influencers out there that are just amazing. And you guys know I'm obsessed with Jackie Aina. Jackie Aina she's just my sister from another Mr. and Miss, and she don't know that she's my best friend. Alright, that sounds creepy. But I've always had a level of respect for, like, I have a good amount of influencers. And I have friends that do YouTube. I have Fira Nix, aka Courtney, that does that on YouTube. Jen Loves Reviews. I love. Shout out to all these people. You know what? You know what? You know what? Let's just end this on a positive note. Leave me your favorite influencer, whether they're big or small. Whether it's Jeffree Star or Manny MUA or whoever. Just leave them down below. Let's be positive here. Let's say who you love to watch and maybe a why. And let's just leave this video on a positive note. I want to know who you watch, why you watch them. Maybe sometimes you're in a bad mood. Maybe you're sad. Or maybe, let me turn. Maybe, shut the fuck up. Maybe makeup makes you happy. Or maybe you just like to watch someone chew and do mukbang. Or, I don't even know if I say that right. Or maybe you just like someone's personality. Just, you know what? Leave me a list or a couple people down below that you love to watch. Maybe I could find me some new influencers to watch. And we're all influencers, let's be honest. If we can make one person smile, if we can make one person click on our videos and be like a giggle or interesting, anything, we have influenced or we have left an imprint somehow, and that's okay. So whether you have 10 subscribers, 1 subscriber, if you're just starting out, you're scared or you're shit-faced, scared, like you're just looking at the camera and I'm like, I have video footage but I don't want to edit it. Just one day you'll take the leap when you feel brave, and it's okay. You're still an influencer. Even if it's just your mom watching the video, that's still an influence. you're an influencer. Regardless if you're a micro influencer like me, which it took me a very long time to get to 25K, and I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting in the 20s, just sitting pretty. But you know what? I'm grateful because I still have a few hundred of you guys that always watch my videos, and I appreciate it. So we're gonna end this on a positive note. I just wanted to like kind of give you guys my reaction and kind of how I understood it. I don't even know if I got my point across. Y'all know I freaking ramble. Why do you even check in this video, guys? Why? And I'm blurry. But you guys pretty much drove me home almost. So, you know, I'm appreciative of everything. I'm appreciative of every opinion. Some people are just hateful, and you kind of have to be like, who fucked you dry today? Like, you know, why are you so miserable? Like some of the comments, and they're always message comments. Like, no one's brave enough anymore to comment on my feeds because I think I've trolled enough people that they've kind of gotten the hint. But I get a lot of nasty messages, and it's hurtful. It really is. But at the same time, you have to take it with a grain of salt. But just because I do this doesn't mean that you're going to sit there and be disrespectful. And there's no reason for it, guys. There's none. It's okay to not agree with someone. It really is. It really is okay to not like something that someone says, or maybe just not like a review or anything like that. It's all on how you respond, guys. It's all on how you respond. And I want you guys as consumers and as subscribers and as influencers to always take that in, because I'm trying to be a little bit better about just like, okay, why am I clicking off of this? Like, I'm annoyed by it. I've never sat there and thumbs down a video. I've never sat there and been nasty to someone like, you're disgusting, you're despicable, I can't stand watching you, like, you changed. If anything, my comments are almost like, oh my god, I've tried this is hysterical, I hope so-and-so feels better, like things like that. I always try to maintain positive or kind of be in a conversation mode with everyone, okay? Like, that's just what I try to be as who I am, because that is who I am. But let's be honest, guys, we can't be living off of this hate all the time. Like, doesn't it make you tired? Isn't it exhausting to have such negative energy, always having an opinion about something you probably don't know anything about? Like, that's really what I get a lot. Like, people like, you shouldn't be doing that because that's not what, because that's not how what? Because that's not how it works for you, or that's not how you so-and-so do it. Like, you know how that comes off? Like, just, guys, try to be more positive. I promise you, I'm trying. I actually was going to go home and film an actual anti-haul video for you guys, but I don't know, this sat really heavy on my head, you know? Like, it was like, I have something to say. I have a reaction. When I first saw it, I was like taken aback, because it was like, wow, this is what it is. This is what it is. And of course, Mr. Benet has come out with some, you know, he likes to go on Instagram, and he hates like Jaclyn Hill. We know this. He hates like Jaclyn Hill and all these people. And I'm like, I always take his words for the grain of salt, because, you know, they're very highly opinionated, and it's probably from his own personal feelings. But then at him as being a professional makeup artist and being in the field for that long, I have to take heed of some of the things he says, because there's got to be some truth in it, right? But yeah, guys, at this point, all these influencers are really getting on my fucking nerve, okay? All these petty betties need to stop. Let's embrace one another. We're all in it for the same thing. Whoever succeeds is meant to succeed, and who isn't, then it's just not in the cards at this moment. I know I've been rambling on long enough, but these are like my crazy thoughts. And it's like, it's okay to not feel like super duper positive, and like, it's okay to maybe have an opinion, but it's like, some of y'all take it too much. Some of y'all, and I don't mean y'all, but I mean like, some people just take it too far. They comment on everyone's thing. It's always something negative, and then they're up someone else's ass, and then you're like, why do you have this much energy to be like rude to other people that you don't know personally? Like, it's okay to be like, oh, I personally didn't like that lipstick on me, but I mean, it looked pretty on you, or maybe not my favorite, but like, it's all on wording. But anyway, I can ramble on about this, because we're all grown. We know what the fuck is up. We know what's better. We know right from wrong. Can we just act that way? Talk with our money. That's it. If you don't like something, don't buy it. Don't look at it. Don't advertise it. And you sure as hell don't give it any views. The end. And maybe companies now will be willing to give smaller influencers a shot. And I've been saying this, and I know some of you probably have caught it. I said, how do you think
my little few consumers, maybe 20, 30 people that are watching this video right now, if you were to see a big known brand say, hey Evie, you're awesome, we came across your channel or whatever and we wanted to send you this, let us know if there's anything wrong, you know, like give us your opinion or whatnot. I feel that as a consumer, if you were to hear my honest standpoint from it, or even see that a smaller influencer is being taken care of in a sense, or like being looked at by another company, people are more likely to look at that company. So I think some of y'all have been doing it real wrong lately, and it's okay for popular influencers to get product. That's just tactics. But it's like, every now and again, it's okay to send it to a smaller influencer that you know might not get that many views, and you definitely aren't going to get much, if at any sales. But it's always just, I think, a nice gesture. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about, like, there's so many other people that are like, or even, like, reach out, or even chat, like, even respond online. Okay, this video's gone long enough. You guys know what I mean, right? I hope you guys know what I mean. Anyway, that is my reaction. I should have started this video off with this a long one, but you guys can see the timestamp. The damn timestamp. Anyway, it's a sweaty ass day. I really want to get home. I have to go to the grocery store real quick and be a mother and whatnot. But yeah, no, I wanted to give you guys my point of view. I don't do this full time yet. I want to. I hate editing though. But you know, if it was part of what I have to do, then it's part of what I have to do. And I love you guys very much, even the haters. In other words, the mean people. They don't necessarily have to be haters. They're just mean. I love what I do. I just love just talking to you guys, even if it's about nothing. Like this, there's bigger fucking fish to fry. There's bigger problems in the world than this. But I feel like it's kind of affecting us right now, especially if your life is all consumed by following influencers online. If that's who you mostly follow on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or whatnot, it's just kind of taking away from just what makeup used to be, like mimicking someone's makeup look, or oh my god, I saw so and so do the smoky eye and I wanted to try to, you know, try it on my eyes and see how it looks, and wanted to show you guys. Like, that's what YouTube was. It wasn't like, let me elbow this bitch here because I can't stand her, or let me talk shit about this brand because they won't send me anything. Like, anyway, guys, I've rambled on quite long enough, but I wanted to give you guys my input. I love what Marlena said. I agree with what Marlena said 110%. I agree with what Sam said about 99.9%. Like, I think she was definitely dealing with some frustrations, but I think how they communicated in the end was just amazing, and it gave me hope. It really did. It really did. For my little ass, big ass self, it gave me hope for my channel, and it gave me hope for a lot of smaller influencers that I watch. And it does give me hope for a lot of these hardworking influencers. I do watch. So anyway, leave your favorite influencers down below. And if you have an opinion about it, sound off. It is what it is. All right, guys, I love you so much. Hope you guys have a good day. Here in Connecticut, it's hot as balls. Weather by me. Anyway, I'm tired. I haven't slept for 4 days, so I will see you guys soon. I will still do an anti-haul because I'm broke. And I can't just be buying anything and put my money in the same old freaking eyeshadow palettes, colors, and whatnot. Okay? Anyway, guys, I love you so much. Bye.